I watched it yesterday. Benefit show I watched. Benefit show, you know.
First show.
Benefit show means 4,000 rupees per ticket. Only for celebrities. Benefit 35 crore gross benefit show only. Worldwide.
4,000 rupees.
For celebrities only. VIPs.
Then how did you watch? You paid 4,000.
What not? Not on. I paid
You paid 4,000.
12,000. 12,000.
How did they allow you as a celebrity, sir?
How?
How did they allow you in as a celebrity?
Money they want. That's all.
Hey man, in fair also they allow, but you have to pay 2 lakh rupees for one ticket.
If 1 lakh seats are there, then 1 lakh celebrities will go to theatre.
Then you pay. So what is the advantage of that, sir? They'll give extra snacks for free.
No.
Sir, you pay 12,000 for 3 tickets.
Yes.
Why, sir? No, sir.
I'm telling story, na. Telling story.
You watched in somehow Tamil Rockers or some website you downloaded.
Tamil Rockers.
You watched in mobile, sir, and you're telling you watched it in
Tamil Rockers is banned. It is not opening since 4 years.
Not 4 years, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, for the past 4 years. Sir, before I used to watch movies in Thai style. But then I decided, why am I doing this? I mean, before the torrent was banned. No, torrent is still running in India. Now it's running.
See, one torrent is banned means 1,000 torrents.
No, 1,000 torrents will come. I downloaded GTA Vice City through torrent only.
That is only my benefit.
Really, sir?
Okay.
So you need proof that you went to the benefit show, you paid 4,000 for a ticket.
I torn the ticket and.
Why, sir? The movie was not nice. Why did you tear the ticket? Because then I asked.
Habit. Okay.
But why would somebody pay 4,000 rupees to watch a movie?
See, anyway, we'll stop triple R for a while. 45 minutes, we'll stop triple R. Okay? We'll go to subject. And as I told, last topic of waves is pending.
Sir, completed, sir, doctor.
No. Beats is there. Beats I did not expect. Okay. Today our next topic is what? Beats.
Monday it is proper effect. Monday sound wave is a pressure. That's an equation. LP equals.
See, for example, right now I am speaking. Definitely 1 hour continuously you will hear me means definitely you will go to faint.
Why, sir? No, sir.
No.
Why? Now we are hearing you, sir.
Then at least if I am singing alone, definitely you will go to faint, no? You will faint or not? Then shall I start singing?
Sir, I listen.
I don't know you are fainting or not. Ankit sir will run away from this classroom. Okay? Correct or not? If you have doubt, listen. If you have doubt, just sing one song and record that song and listen once.
So we won't have the mind to hear our own voice, but we hear other voice.
Others' voice also you can't hear.
Sir, but sometimes in the exam it will work. Sir.
Exam?
Songs will work.
Songs will work.
Yes, sir. I mean, when I was in 10th, I had science exam, sir. In that, I was not getting the word spectre. So I started to sing a song in my mind. In that, there was a word called spectre. I got that word. I wrote 5 mark question.
Okay, actually we are dealing beats. For example, definitely if one professional singer, good singer also singing continuously, alone he is singing means definitely you feel boring. But when two people are singing with the two main lead singers, one male singer, one female singer, along with the chorus, some background singers are singing, definitely you will pay attention for long time.
Yes, we'll pay money for.
You will pay, huh?
We pay for ticket, right, sir?
Tickets you remove. I am telling, it is very pleasantful to hear.
Okay, sir.
Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between usage of one musical instrument and two musical instruments?
That will give more pleasant.
I think during the music composition, do you notice one thing? One musical instrument won't be there. Minimum 2-3 musical instruments are there. One tabla won't be there. Minimum 2-3 tablas are there. One violin won't be there. Minimum 2-3 violins are there. Have you noticed?
Sir, in only song in starting there will be only one violin.
Only one violin. Who will play?
Sir, no sir, in that music. Starting it will come right.
Okay. I did not notice. Songs I don't like. Only mass fight scenes are there. That things only I will
Sir, you should watch Rohit Shetty movie.
Okay. Yeah. Then what I am trying to say, if you see the size of the musical instruments also, for example, two flutes are there. If you watch keenly, there is a slight change in the dimension. Have you noticed?
Dimension means.
Length, right? Dimension means length.
Length.
Length, diameter, radius.
Oh, okay, sir. Flute.
Yeah, flute. Slightly, there is a variation in the dimension. Variation. Yeah, two pianos also. There is a slight variation. What is the reason for that?
It's a different tone.
Slightly, frequency will change. So when two sound waves with a slight variation in frequency, when they undergone superposition, when they undergone some interference, so the resultant sound, it is very pleasantful. Understood? In a regular time interval, there is a sudden change in the intensities. I mean, correct or not? One waxes and wanes will form. What is waxing and waning? Waxing means sudden increment in the intensity of the sound, not that waxing. What happened to you people here? Understood? Waxes and wanings are formed. What is the meaning of the waxes? Sudden increment in intensity or loudness or amplitude of the sound.
Yes.
Waning means what? Sudden decrement in the intensity of the sound. In a regular intervals of time, so if intensity is suddenly increasing and suddenly decreasing means that sound is very pleasantful to hear. Right now, continuously, if I am speaking, singing with the same pitch, definitely you will vacate the room. Correct or not? That's what singers during when they are singing, they will modulate their frequency. Have you noticed? They won't use the same frequency. They will modulate different variations of frequency to take the attention of the listeners. Understood? So let us see what is the beats mathematical analysis. We'll see. For example, I'm taking two sources. This is source of the sound number 1 and this is what? Source of the sound number 2 here. Understood? They are producing sound waves. They are undergoing superposition. As I told you, you see the flutes are that musical instrument. There is a slight variation in the frequency. Let's say the frequency of the first sound wave is F1. Let's say the frequency of the second wave is what? F2. How do you write the wave equation for the first sound wave? How much? Y1 equal to how much? A1 into cosine omega 1 into t. I don't need to give the explanation. As a, when sound wave is acting like a pressure wave, you should not take a sine. Why? Transverse wave and longitudinal wave, there is a 90-degree phase difference. Yes. As we are strictly talking about sound waves, that's what symbolically I have taken cosine. That you have to notice very carefully. Yes or no? Understood? And what is the wave equation for the second sound wave as a pressure wave? A2 into how much? Cosine of omega 2 into t. Now they are undergone interference or superposition. So when you apply the superposition principle, what is superposition principle? Y is equal to how much? Y1 plus Y2. Y1 value how much? A1 into cosine omega 1 into t plus how much? A2 into cosine of omega 2 into t. Okay. So for the simple analysis, the amplitudes are almost all same only. Understood? As the dimensions are almost all same, the loudness is also same. So I can write y is equal to how much? A I can take common and into how much? Cosine of omega 1 into t plus cosine of omega 2 into t. So what is the, tell me cosine C plus cosine D formula?
2 times cos
2 cosine C plus D by 2 into cosine C minus D by 2. Correct or not? So substitute cosine 2 cosine no
sin
cosine C plus cosine D how much?
2 cosine of
Sin C plus sin D equal to 2 sin C plus D into cosine C minus D by 2. Then cosine C plus cosine D how much? 2 cosine C plus D by 2.
omega 1 t, sir.
Taking directly, we will write one more step. Okay. So this cosine, how much it will be?
Omega 1
minus omega 2 divided by 2 into how much? Small t. Correct or not? Understood. So you know, this term is representing the wave function only, na? Any term representing the positive is representing the amplitude term. If you look into the stationary wave, any term representing the positive sign, that is representing the total amplitude of that stationary wave. Beat is also one kind of the stationary wave. So I can write what is the amplitude of this beat. You look into the amplitude. What is the amplitude of one beat? That equal to 2 into A into your unknown into cosine. Omega 1 plus omega 2 divided by this is the what? Net amplitude.
Oh, okay.
This is the net amplitude of the resultant wave or resultant stationary wave.
Okay.
Understood? This is representing the wave function. Wave function means the resultant stationary wave function. If you watch this resultant frequency, what is resultant angular frequency here? Omega 1 minus omega 2 only, na? Here also divided by 2 is there, here also divided by 2. This is representing resultant frequency of that or stationary.
By 2.
By 2 you should ignore. Here also the amplitude is containing by 2, no?
Yes, sir.
T by 2 it will be coming. Understood. Only the resultant frequency is omega 1 minus omega 2.
Then here you took, okay, sir, okay, sir.
Understood. So here what is the resultant angular frequency? Resultant angular frequency of the stationary wave, how much? How much? That equal to how much? Omega 1 minus omega 2. But you should not write minus. You have to write some difference. Why you have to write difference? Yeah, largest minus smallest always. And you can also represent in terms of the linear frequency also. You can write 2 pi into net frequency equal to how much? 2 pi f1 minus how much? 2 pi f2. 2 pi, 2 pi, 2 pi cancels out. So frequency how much here? F1 difference? F2. This is the resultant frequency. If you see the diagram, you can understand very easily. This is one sound wave and this is another sound wave. They are undergone superposition. So you can see the variation of the beats. It will be like this. If you notice this here, there is a, if you watch the two loops, there is a sudden increment in the intensity. There are sudden decrement in the intensities of the sound. You can notice. So the two successive loops together is called one.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, what you are writing is out of the boundary, sir.
Boundary. Stadium.
Out of the stadium.
Okay, sorry. I did
Now,
not-
okay, sir.
Okay. So this is called one full stationary wave and one beat. Understood? I'll bring one more marker.
One beat.
Here one problem we will do. What Jiva? Why online today?
Sir, ask him, sir. Sir, in maths class, he told yesterday that he'll come at 3 o'clock. He asked me to come, sir. I don't know the revision is there, so I gave. He didn't come.
He gave shake hand, huh?
Sir,
Come, sir. Yesterday I was online, so maybe he took.
What Jiva? Why online? I am asking.
sir, guest game, sir, so that I didn't.
Okay, guest came on.
Guest game to home.
Like it is more effective. Pandey,
Okay.
you also should forget online. You have to keep online in history. Okay, one problem we'll see.
Online is very offline.
Sir, sir, I have 2 questions doubt, sir. And I have sent that question to you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I know, I saw that. We'll discuss other problems.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Once Jiva posted some problems, let me note down. Sir, how to do this question? They did not give distance between 2 objects. Here one problem, students. Don't write, just try. A train. Everyone, online students also, please write down. A train is moving. A train is moving at 30 meters per second in still air. In still air, the frequency of the locomotive, the frequency of the locomotive whistle, the frequency of the locomotive whistle is how much? 500 hertz. And the speed of the sound is, and the speed of the sound, and the speed of the sound is 345 meters per second. The apparent wavelength, trying now, don't talk, try. Discussing question only, na? What you discuss, tell me.
Sir, that locomotive is in here.
Locomotive means that compartment, train compartment, train coach.
No, sir, the engine.
Is it so?
Something.
Frequency of the yes, engine, correct. Here meaning is engine only. That is also train compartment only. But first compartment. Okay. Yeah. Apparent wavelength of the sound. Apparent wavelength of sound. Apparent wavelength of the sound in front of and behind the locomotive respectfully. In front of and behind
Sir, in this question, which one we need to consider it as a source and which one we need to consider it as observer, sir? Because only they have given us a train.
I too don't know. Just I'm writing. I will explain, Jiva. I'm very confident. Definitely, I will do this. Okay. I too did not understand anything. Just I'm writing. Okay. Wait for 2 minutes. I will explain.
Okay, sir.
I think two questions. Options I'm not writing. Okay. Okay, student. Question is visible, no? Everyone. Think with your brain, not with your foot. Think. Try for 2 minutes. What we shall do paperwork, yeah? Write data, do
Thinking,
something.
sir.
Thinking, do paperwork. More thoughts will come. You are thinking or sleeping or not understanding. That's all. Okay. In the meantime, I will also try to digest the data. A train is moving at 30 meters per second in still air. The frequency of the locomotive whistle means what the velocity of the source. Definitely, train is a source, no? So, what is given velocity of the source equal to 30 meters per second. What is the original frequency of the train or locomotive? 500 hertz. And the speed of the sound is given how much? 345 meters per second. And the apparent wavelength of the sound in front and behind the locomotive. First, I will find behind. Where we have to stand? You have to behind the locomotive. Here, engine is going.
Behind means behind the train or behind
On the platform. Is meaning. If you are inside the engine, why he will ask this much big question? No point, na?
No, sir. Behind means behind the train on the last compartment or right? That I answered.
Behind means he is on platform and he is observing the locomotive. So this train is going right side, for example. The source is going right side. What is the velocity of the source equal to? 30 meters per second. Where are you standing in the first case? Observer. Behind means he did not mention your speed means your observer and you are in a state of rest. What is the velocity of observer here? 0 meters per second. Correct? The distance between observer and source increasing or decreasing? Increasing. So apparent frequency will increase or decrease? Decrease. So what apparent frequency formula? You people, if you tell, then only I will write. Quickly.
Sir, F naught into
Very good. F naught into
V minus
Shabash. V minus
velocity of observer
Shabash. Next.
by V plus velocity of source.
Perfect. Understood? Rest is history. Do it and tell me the answer. First answer.
Sir, I had means plus minus will change, right?
Huh?
I had means plus minus will change.
That's all. F naught means frequency how much?
500.
500. Bracket starts 345 minus velocity of observer how much? 0 and 345 plus velocity of source how much? 30. So how much this is? 500 into 345 and divided by how much? 375. So 5 7s are 35 and 5 5s are how much? 25. 5 6s are 30 and 5 9s are 45. Clear? And
The 15s are 25 3s are
25 3s are 75, 25 2s are and 0s are. Right? 3 1s are, 3 2s are, 3 3s are. 20 into 23s are
460.
460 hertz is your answer. Clear?
Yes, sir. In front of the locomotive means then we should write as V plus V.
Yeah, in front of locomotive means it is
Distance
coming,
is, decreasing,
distance
so
is
apparent
decreasing.
frequency will
Very good, very
45
good.
minus
Yes.
30.
Exactly. But he is not asking one. This is not your answer, student. One mistake I have done is asking wavelength. This is apparent frequency, na?
Yes, sir.
How to find wavelength? Lambda
V
equal to
is
how much?
V
Velocity of the
by
sound by frequency.
frequency.
Velocity of sound is how much?
345
Very good. 345
upon 460.
by 460. We have to simplify. How to simplify? Tell me. 5 9s are, 5 2s are. Correct? 5 6s are, 5 9s are. 3
No, sir. Sir, I need to
69 by 92, no? 69 I will make.
Sir,
70,
0.7, sir.
70 I will make. Tsunami will not come 100%. So 2 35s are and 2 4s are and 2
Sir,
6s are.
23, sir, 23 into directly you can cancel by 23 table.
Sir, if we cancel that, we'll get 0.7 something, sir.
Something.
Okay, sir. 0.7 something.
Okay, that is a partial answer. Partial answer number 1.
Sir, 23 table we can cancel, sir. 69 and 92. 23 3 sharp, 23. No, sir.
Correct only. Perfect.
3 by 4.
Correct. Is correct. 23.
3 sharp.
These are
23 4 sharp.
23.
Oh, yes, sir. Correct.
Yes, very good. 0.75. Then exactly 0.75. Correct. Accurately. Then try for second answer. You only have to do. Now where you have to stand? Where you have to
In
stand?
front of the train in the platform.
Yeah. In front of the.
Not the track. The train will run.
Don't stand in front of the track.
345.
Will you do or I should do that also?
We'll do, sir. We'll do,
Sir, we will do, sir.
Do and tell me the answer.
We already did that. Oh, okay. We have done. Hey, no man. And 315 is not. 69 will get here. 63. 21, 23. 23, 21. That will be 523. Towards 23 to 5. 315. No. 215.
Just sign should be changed.
115.
Signs should be changed. That's all.
115. Yes, sir. 345 by 315 will come, sir.
Yes.
115 is divisible by
345 by 315 it will come.
yes,
To
yes, sir.
500.
500 into they are cancelling and doing that, sir. I'm getting 11,500 by 21. That's frequency. That
We need wavelength, na?
I'll do it to 345. We do have some relation to that. 21 is divisible. 11,500. No. 11,000. Wait. 11,500 is not divisible by 21. 23 is not divisible by 21. Then how will they sell? One step for 7. No, it won't be. 7 7 is 49, 1 10. 7 1. Divided by 3. 2 is there and yes. Oh, that is different. Okay. I said something. I don't remember divisibility of that. So I do not do. I just divided it. Oh, okay.
Finished, anyone answers?
Lambda, yeah. D by lambda.
Sir, 0.6 meters.
0.6 meters. So I will try that. Apparent frequency how much? 500 into how much? 345 divided by 345. 315, na?
Yes, sir.
Understood. And we want wavelength. Wavelength means what, right? V by F, na? Means V
Yes,
value
sir.
how much? 345 divided by F equal to how much? 500 into 345 divided by 315. 345, 345 cancels. No?
0.63.
So 315 by 500. 500, 5 6 are, 5 zeros are, 5 3s are. So 0.603 meter is your answer.
The house is point what? No,
60.
you said wrong. 6 the point 6. Oh,
Zero.
okay, wait, I had it. Okay.
Clear, huh? And one more problem also posted by Jiva. I will write that first.
Sir, how's that 668? 63.
315 by 5 means 63. Yeah.
Sir, how's that 600?
Sorry. The correct. Vishal is correct. Vishal is correct. Printing mistake 63. How I wrote I to 0.63. The accurate answer.
So give another problem.
Now Jiva posted one problem. First I will write. A vehicle with a horn. A vehicle with a horn of frequency huh? N is I will write note down. You try. No need to write. Then how I should explain? The frequency N is moving with a velocity. You don't write, don't waste your energy. With a velocity, you think, you understand, that's all. With a velocity of 30 meters per second, 30 meters per second in a direction perpendicular to the straight line. Perpendicular to the straight line joining observer and vehicle. Joining observer and vehicle. The observer perceives. The observer perceives the sound. Perceives the sound to have a frequency n plus n1 if the velocity of the sound if the velocity of sound in air is 300 meters per second, then Option 1, n1 equal to 10 into n. Option 2, n1 equal to 0. Option 3, n1 equal to 0.1 into n. And option 4, n1 equal to minus 0.1 into n. Okay, this is the question is posted by respected Jiva sir. How I am appearing, Jiva? Inverted, huh?
Yes, sir.
Once give your phone once. Join and I will see just how these letters are coming.
How beautifully.
No, I want to see that clarity.
That's why I told sir how beautiful these are.
Only 4 parts clearing is there, but not.
Because you switched on all the lights.
Then it's not that much clarity only. But I am not understanding. It is appearing black color. I wrote the blue.
Sir, it appears black only, sir.
Why?
Black and white color. Sir.
Then I will change the back camera.
No, sir, even in back camera, I think it will appear black only.
Back camera it will appear. Now it's black, na?
Okay,
It is black, na? Now I will change the front camera mode.
Let me see. Turn the phone on. But anyhow, we'll be see. Yes, anyhow, we will be see. Legends. Legend. Good. How is blue, sir?
Same thing.
I don't, sir.
But somewhat clarity.
Sir, back camera. it will
Sir.
have- Rear camera.
Sir, back camera has more clarity than the front camera, sir.
Back camera, no clarity, huh?
No, sir, it has more clarity than the front camera.
Yeah, correct. Okay. Why it's not coming? Now coming. Okay, we'll see this problem. Will you try for 2 minutes? I will guide you.
Okay, sir.
A vehicle with a horn of frequency, how many hertz? Small n hertz is moving with a means that is a velocity. That is the original frequency only, na? Original frequency, how many hertz? N hertz. And is moving with what velocity? In the velocity of the sound is how much? 30 meters per second. Correct?
Yes, sir.
And in a direction perpendicular to the straight line joining observer and vehicle. Okay,
Sir,
here
I think it.
there one vehicle. Vehicle means one source is there, right? One source is there, and where is the observer?
Oh.
Vehicle
Oh, okay.
is moving with a velocity in the direction perpendicular to the straight line joining observer and vehicle. This is a vehicle and observer. This is a line joining vehicle and observer. How he is going? Perpendicular, no?
Always perpendicular.
Always perpendicular to the, with what velocity? 30 meters per second, perpendicular to the straight line joining observer and vehicle. Then observer perceives the sound to have a frequency n plus n1. What is the apparent frequency perceived by observer, students? N plus n1, na? What is the apparent frequency formula? Original frequency into
V minus
V minus VO by
VO by
V plus VS. But what is velocity of the source of the sound along the line joining? Zero only, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Perpendicularly
Yes, sir.
going, no?
Yes, sir.
So its component how much? Vs cosine 90 how much? Zero.
0.
Velocity of observer also 0. So VV cancels out. So you can get n plus n1 equal to how much? Original frequency how much is given? Small n.
Sir, option 2.
So n cancels out. What is n1 value here?
0.
0 and option 2 is the perfect answer for the question. I hope everyone understood.
I thought something else. I thought observer is in car. Inside the car. So both will have same velocity, right? So I thought even then.
Don't think like that.
But still answer is same. 0.
0. Okay, anyways, friends, so we'll meet tomorrow. Bye.